Hello and welcome to The Regulars. I'm Stacey McGonigal.
I'm Jason Ross.
Oh my gosh, we're here. I just want to say that our guest today has started a vibe and people are already talking in the chat about him saying that they've come correct. And let me tell you, so has he. Jason, how are you before we introduce our wonderful guest?
That came correct is becoming lingo for this podcast is disturbing to me, but also like I am happy about it. I love it.
You know, I'm glad my kids are safe, but they're fucking weird as hell. That's basically just
Anyways, they come correct.
They come correct, and we do, and we can promise you many things. I didn't come correct, but I should have come correct.
You
But
came in merch, which is pretty sick.
yeah, which you can get
I
down
put on
below.
a V-neck T-shirt because I was like, "This is an Adam Colley vibe," and because I've got one. I never wear it.
So we're so excited to introduce our guest. You know him, you love him. People have already literally come correct with what they're eating for breakfast. You know what we're talking about today. He is not
And
only
some of us have already said his name by accident, so we did that too.
we said it yesterday. We've already said
That's
it
true.
on the pod and things. Let's just get to it. We're so excited he's here. Everyone, welcome Adam Colley. Oh my God, Adam! Look at this maroon jacket. That is no fucking joke, my friend.
Did you wear a maroon jacket? So we just instantly are like Maroon 5, Adam Levine. Okay, great. Is that what it is? Is that what's happening?
So can I tell you a story?
Yes.
So
Well, that's why you're here.
I have, first of all, thrilled to be here, having a great time.
Everyone's
but
loving
I didn't
you
even
here.
think, I didn't think about this Maroon 5 thing. So yeah, sometimes I have
It's not.
people say like, oh yeah, you look like that guy. So I was if I'm ever in like a fancy place in another city, I was in the meatpacking district of New York, and we were out kind of having a party, and this person goes, "Yo, Adam," and I turn around and I go, "What?" Like thinking I know this person, and he goes, "Oh, you're not Adam Levine. What the fuck?" And then runs off.
Like
And I was like,
runs?
"What?"
Runs
'Cause
with
my
his arms
name-
like this?
But my name is Adam, so he thought I was like playing into it and I was trying to trick him. But I'm like,
Oh,
no, my name is Adam.
Right.
I am Adam. You called my name.
right.
Yeah, but no, that's not why I'm wearing the jacket. I'm wearing the jacket because the last time I was on the pod, Jason, you came correct.
Yeah.
It was a huge learning lesson. It was a huge lesson for me.
Huge learning lesson.
That huge learning lesson that if I'm on the pod, I have to come correct. That's it.
You have to come correct, and that is it.
That's like my dad teaching me socks is spelled SOX because like you don't have to come correct. But I'm glad that you did. I love it. I love it so much.
And I
I
want
did come correct.
to
Because
say,
when I was
like,
in New York, I have a similar story actually, but it wasn't Adam Levine. Everyone was like, someone was like, it's the garbage guy from Fraggle Rock. And I was like, kind of.
oh my God. Jesus
We all have
Christ.
people we're compared to is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Do you have one, Stacey?
Okay. I do have two, and they're really sad. So,
Do you want us to guess who they are first?
well, okay. It's going to require me to get a bit quiet for the rest of the day, but I'll allow a guess.
Actually, I just set myself up for total failure.
I'll give you them. I'm actually not upset by it. Craig Brown, our dear friend Craig Brown, says modern day Angela Lansbury. No, no,
that's
Angela
really nice.
Lansbury I get.
Have you seen a young Angela Lansbury?
Yep.
She's beautiful.
Yeah, I love Angela
Okay.
Lansbury, but I think we
I know
could.
Angela Lansbury is beautiful too.
She
but
is, but I think we could also make an argument that like Angela Lansbury was like never young, which is something like I relate to. You know, like she was playing
Yeah,
a
she's a
mother
vampire.
to her son who was 3 years, I believe, older than her in a movie. So that's sort of my vibe. I get that. I get okay. There's this one sad woman from 90 Day Fiance.
Which one?
I can't remember her name. She does look like a version of me if I like had maroon red hair and like blue eyeshadow. Like I can't argue that. I'll look for her while we're talking and I'll put it up on the stream. And someone in an audition, I thought the person running it was going to stop and compliment me for the performance I just gave. And she was like, I have to tell you. And I was like, here we go. And she goes, you look like that woman from 90 Day Fiance. That's all I see when I look at you. And I was like, I need to leave. I'm quite upset.
You know her name?
I can't. But if people
I
in the
would
chat know,
say
send it to
you
me.
know her name.
What?
I would say Stacey, a young Julianne Moore.
Wow. I don't even know if I'm worthy of that. I would maybe that if she was like stung by a million bees. Jan is guessing Rebecca. I will look up Rebecca from 90 Day Fiance, but I don't really get that many people. No, it might be the round face. People in the chat are looking up Angela right now. And
other
she does
people are
says, I
looking
do
up-
see a bit of a resemblance. I think it might be Angela from 90 Day Fiance.
Rebecca Handles.
What? From 90 Day Fiance?
Yep, Rebecca Handles.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's something. I'll put it up. But yeah.
I think it's because like in these pictures, she does her eyes similar to you. If you like put on, and then, but you know,
She
that's
does
it.
my eyes similar to me?
Yeah, she's a redhead, and she also like her eyes are maybe there's a similarity in her eyes.
Oh. Okay, I'm going to look it up. Rebecca.
Are you watching this season?
No, I can't watch that show because it actually makes me so sad. Do you watch it?
Yeah, I really like it.
People really.
I'm
Adam Colley, I didn't know you were a trash TV guy, so this is all this is news to me.
I sometimes in Los Angeles live with someone you know and love, Anessa Frantowski,
Of course.
and she
Yes.
loves a reality show.
Of course.
And so she's got me into 90 Days, and now I'm into the before the 90 Days,
Oh, yes.
which
yes.
is them even figuring out if they're going to get engaged.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's a good time.
So I found a photo of her. I am going to put it up in the chat right now, just with us. I'm just going to put, Rebecca. It is Rebecca. Thank you for all the help in the chat. We'll just put Rebecca. Here we go.
You for sure picked the worst picture. Before I've even seen it, I know you've already picked the worst picture you could find.
What do you mean? I just
Like you're gonna be like, yes, I kind of do look like this lady. You're gonna put up the one where she is the garbage can in the back, and you're gonna be like,
First of all, don't call someone a garbage can in the
I called
back.
myself a pile of garbage 2 seconds ago.
Wait, I can't find it. Anyways, it'll come up. I feel like I've really delayed this podcast. Yeah, no, I really need to get into 90 Day Fiance because it just sounds incredible. And I don't know why I don't like treat myself. Who's your favorite, Adam?
Well, there's a guy right now, like a favorite from a standpoint of I'm fascinated by this man. This man has been dating a woman from the Ukraine for 7 years on a paid dating site. He's never met her, never talked to her on the phone.
Okay.
He's flown, I think, to the Ukraine 3 times to meet her,
How do they find
and
these
she's
people?
never met her.
Really?
And he still believes that he went to her home address and there's like, there's no one here. What are you talking about? I've never seen this. And
Oh
everyone
my God. She lives in a flower shop. This is perfect.
Oh
I
my.
mean,
Wait,
I
is
mean, he
that
shows up to the address that she gave him, and it just
Oh,
turns out to be like a
oh, yeah,
flower
yeah.
shop, and he's like, "This is romance for sure."
is this the guy who all the memes are about? Like he's kind of short and his hair is like
oh, no, that's
Okay.
Ed.
Ed, yeah.
Ed's with a woman in the Philippines.
Yeah.
And the woman in the Philippines is great, but Ed is like, I love this woman so much, I love her, but then gets there and is like, oh, I don't like your breath. Can you brush your teeth right now? And she's like, oh. And he's like, oh, can you also get an STD test? I think you're kind of gross. It's brutal.
Oh my God. He's so
Yeah.
gross. Who is he?
He's awful. And then later she's like, I think Ed's a bad person.
Yes.
And we're like, yeah.
I've written my own vows.
And I've written yours.
Yes,
And here's a mint.
I will brush my teeth. You say it. I say it.
You say it, please. You say it, please. Okay, so Adam, just before we get into like why you're here, I do have the photo of Rebecca. I'm gonna put it up in the screen. I don't know if you guys are watching the stream at all, but this is how you will see it. Should I do a split screen, do you think? Is that the best
Yes.
way? Okay, obviously. Okay.
Of just you and her, yeah.
Yeah. Just me and my soulmate. Sure. That's no problem for me.
Adam, do you get anybody else other than Adam Levine?
I used to get Novak Djokovic.
Okay, so here we
He's
are.
the tennis player.
Yeah, that's true.
This is me.
Yeah.
This
I can
is
see
me,
it.
Rebecca. I don't know if you guys can see it, but
I can't see it.
oh, I'll have to send
Oh
it
yeah,
to
yeah.
you.
And of course, you picked the one where she's definitely not smiling.
The same. We're the same.
I don't. To be honest, like, is this Debbie?
My mom?
This might be Deb. This might be Deb.
I don't know if my mom's deserving of quite the compliment. I would say. Dare I say? Dare I say?
Kayla says you're way prettier.
Honestly, thank you. I'm gonna let that land. I did get, guys. I did get my first troll. Really, I was updating my website.
I saw this on your story last night. What the hell happened?
So I was updating my website. And it was like expiring soon. And I was like, well, we got to rush to do that because, you know, the business is booming in our end. But so I'm paying to like whatever. I'm just doing website stuff. And I realized I have all these messages that I've either gone to spam or like I didn't know that they were there. So they're like from 2018. This one is like a recent one. And it just says, "You suck" in the email header. So already I'm dying laughing. I'm like, what? First of all, like, there's so many other platforms to tell someone they suck, but to go to their website, like,
and then email them where it's not seen publicly. It's just like, I don't need to tell people this.
Yeah,
I just want you to know.
I just want you to know. No surprise. The word like gun and firearm were in the email. So, anyways, it goes.
Is this something we're supposed to be concerned about now?
No, I don't think so. But it was just like, you suck. And then it said, instead of hello or hi or whatever, it said suck in huge cap letters. And then the email started with, you fucking suck. And I was like dying laughing. I was like, what? And then
did he mention what you suck at? Like what?
No,
what
not specific at all. It just said I was like a thirsty,
I don't even know
desperate.
This is a guy. This could be a girl too.
I think it was a girl, but who knows? But it was like
which is crazy.
You're so desperate and like not thirsty. They didn't say that, but you're a desperate loser. It was like I was being insulted by like a guy in the 80s or like a girl in the 80s from a yacht, and I was like the cleaner on the deck. And then they spelled my name wrong. They're like, lose some weight, fat ass Stacy, or like your big ass Stacy. But Stacy was spelled wrong. But I was like, you got to my website. Like, I don't understand how this was misspelled. Anyways, at the end, it just went, you're a fucking loser. I was like, what is this?
But okay, so
Stacey, are you a replier?
I didn't even think it was worth engaging with this. What am I going to say? I don't. Hey, do your research.
But this is also the worst troll. Like, you're the only one seeing this.
I know. I just thought it was so funny.
You should reply with, can you make this shareable?
Yeah, I'm going to put this online. But I was like, of all the platforms you could, like, they were just like, that's it. I'm sending an email. Was there email? Did it state like any way that it is a person, or did it come from like someone set up like a burner account email? Who knows? I don't know.
Well, I'm only asking you because like,
imagine it was like Mr. Tom Selleck gmail.com.
It's your neighbor. Yeah.
No, I don't know. I just thought it was like first of all, like it's
is this possibly a friend that's just like fucking with you?
What? Who would do that? That's so intense. Jason calls me a fucking loser. You suck. You fucking suck.
And then just call you the next day and be like, you see that April Fool's?
Oh my God.
Easy it?
It's April 30th.
You're off.
That's what makes you the fool. Didn't expect it.
So dumb. Anyways. So I wanted, sorry, my computer's being funny. So I wanted to say, Adam, why are you here and what are you talking about today that we are all so excited for?
Well, I've known Jason for a long time, and getting to know you over the last few years, Stacey, we talk a lot about health, diets, and I have been through them all. And I get really excited about this world. And so I thought we could chat about it.
We are so excited. People are primed and ready. People are already eating like chia seeds and like smoothies in the chat. And like they want you to know like
pancakes.
Protein pancakes. Yeah. So we are here to talk about this because, as you know, Jason and I, not the ones. We are just not the ones.
Well, and I'm no doctor. I am no doctor. I've taken a bunch of ideas from a book called The 4-Hour Body. Have you heard of this book?
I have heard of this book, and I've seen this book so many times while I worked at a bookstore, and I'm like curious to know what it is about.
This book for me is something that I've told Adam I'm going to read probably 20 times because every time he mentions it, I'm like, yeah, that sounds good.
There's really like 2 chapters
Anyways.
you need to read. It's like 30 pages. And for me, I'm like, oh, I didn't know any of that. And I'm like, oh, like basically this guy calls himself a hacker.
Really?
And so he talks, yeah.
Like a body
he's
hacker?
Got the 4-hour, a life hacker.
Okay.
He's got the 4-hour work week, the 4-hour body, and the 4-hour chef. And so his idea is, I'm going to talk to all the experts, and I'm going to find a way to get 80% towards a goal with putting in about 60% of the effort.
Okay.
And so just little changes, little things you
Life
can
hacks.
do. Life hacks. Yeah.
Like putting a bunch of grapes on the top of a Tupperware container and then putting the other side down, and then you cut them like a sandwich. And then you got to cut grapes.
That's not in the book, surprisingly.
That's surprisingly not.
I'm going to start a book.
Jameson says he has that book and his cat sleeps on it. Well, dare I say, you got to crack that book open. Your cat needs to find a new place to live. Okay, so what are like the tent poles of this program?
Okay. So
Whoa,
basically,
tent poles.
there's a few things.
Mm-hmm.
One is you don't drink any calories.
I'm done. I'm out.
What?
Tapped out.
What do you
I'm
mean?
not putting this tent up.
Like
Okay.
the
Put under
idea
the
of
stars.
drinking like juice or drinking pop or soda.
Or beer.
Well, beer will come later.
Whoa, I'm
But-
back in the tent. I'm back helping putting up this tent.
Wow.
Yeah. Number one is like, don't drink any calories. Like that's where people just go, like having a glass of orange juice is just insane.
Right.
The idea, that's why orange juice like traditionally comes in those tiny little cups,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
And
people want
the
to pour a big
McDonald's
glass
containers?
of juice. No, like at brunch, you'd get like the little tiny one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
McDonald's containers.
Yeah, the little ones. I get that.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I thought you were talking about like the orange drink that you
Yep.
get at like track
Yeah.
and field day.
Oh,
with the
yeah.
Big,
That's the one.
Yeah, that's the one.
So don't drink your calories. That's a big one. Number 2 is, I know, Jason, you did no carb for a while, right?
Yeah, he did keto.
Yeah, I did keto, a version of it, like a dirty version of it for a bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is all about slow carbs.
Okay.
So
Okay.
slow carbs, you can get carbs in this diet or program, and the carbs have to come from beans, lentils, all in that area. So like red kidney beans, black beans, lentils. So I have those every day for breakfast.
Yes,
like,
you do.
I've had it
I can vouch
every
for
day
that
for the past
100%.
like 5 years. Yeah.
Longer than that because you were
What-
doing it when we lived together.
You have what, sorry?
So my breakfast, I have the same breakfast every single day, and I've had it for years.
Okay, what is it?
Okay, so it is
Egg whites.
lentils / black beans, whatever you're into.
Uh-huh.
Lentils, black beans, or red beans. You can alternate those.
Okay.
Then you have a scoop of hummus, a scoop of natural peanut butter, and a buttload of spinach. Hot sauce. That is my breakfast every single day.
That sounds okay. I don't want to like.
Where do
I
the
don't
egg
want.
whites come in? Because I know you
That's
do egg
lunch.
whites. Oh, I
egg
see.
whites
I
all the
don't.
time.
I don't want to yuck your yums. The peanut butter is what's throwing me off.
Peanut butter's optional.
Okay, but
Also might surprise you.
wait, what do you mean?
Try it.
Yeah, what?
I put it in my smoothie and stuff like that, and you're like, oh yeah, you can kind of just taste the hint of it.
No. I
but
get
you're still like-
putting peanut butter and spinach and everything in a smoothie. But if I'm having like lentils and beans and something really savory, and I'm throwing in some peanut butter, are you making like a peanut sauce, or is it just like sweet peanut butter?
It's organic. It's not organic, but natural chunky peanut butter. So not like Kraft.
No,
like
I'm a natural
just
girl. But
peanuts. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Is there a crunch texture in it in your breakfast?
Yeah, with the crunchy.
So the crunch that you're getting is from the peanut butter.
Yes.
Here's the thing. We brought on an expert. I'm not questioning the expert.
I'm not
I am-
questioning it, but I do want to investigate the yums, you know? Like I want to be like, okay, so what are we
because
tasting?
I think, are you like Stacey? For you, is it like for me? I love like the amount. Like I hate portion control.
I also
I
hate
love
portion
like a
control.
big bowl of something.
I hate tapas.
And so,
I get it.
Adam, I love you, but people
Yeah.
in the chat are starting to they're leaning towards Stacey's side.
No, they're really not. They're saying
What,
it
no
sounds
peanut
like
butter?
no. They're saying that it sounds like like an Asian peanut sauce or like a yummy little morning bowl.
Yeah. And then it could be good, but I'm with Stacey. Cooked spinach? Question mark.
Cooked spinach
You can
isn't
go fresh
bad.
or cooked.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just tear it up.
So I'm going to be clear. I just messed up and went into the wrong Zoom account. So we're trying to end it. While you
saw
guys
that.
are talking, I'm just like adding our regular account into the Zoom. So you guys keep chatting. It's just going to take a second.
I could feel it because I was like, I know everybody's going through Zoom stuff right now. And we've got the one that gets us past 40 minutes, obviously, but we're counting down here. So Stacey's like working on a time bomb right now because we got 3 minutes and this thing's going to blow.
It's not going to blow. What are you talking about?
Well, we're all going to go away. That's like blowing up in my mind. I'm like,
We're fine. I just totally messed up. You know, my whole life is just a full joke.
it's crazy that we've been doing this for like what 6-7 weeks now because we're both just burnt kindling and somehow
What?
we're pulling this off.
I do not feel like burnt kindling.
Oh, just me?
Yeah, I think it's just you. No, I'm just going to invite us to the old chat skis. Okay, so then what do you have for lunch?
So here's the thing. You can have a variety of many different things. Part of the trick is to eat the same thing every day.
And that's no problem for me, honestly.
Yeah.
I could
I
say
don't
that
mind.
for 2 days.
What?
Because those are called leftovers to me. I could say that for 2 days, leftovers, and then I'm making something else.
Oh,
Well,
go ahead. Sorry, Adam.
okay. Well, let's just to get ahead of ourselves for a second.
Yeah.
The big thing about this, again, is allowing yourself one day of the week as a cheat day. And cheat day is the thing that really throws this whole thing on its head.
I've heard that you're a big cheat day aficionado. You love it. You love
a cheat day.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember yesterday when I came on and you were like, look at this guy's face for talking about basketball? That's Adam on Fridays.
Yeah. Oh, so you've decided that Friday. Friday is your cheat day.
Sometimes Saturday. It depends. Saturday's a great one.
Saturday's a great one. I would
You gotta
almost
cut that red wire. We're less than a minute. Cut the red wire.
Well,
This tent is gonna blow up.
What do I do? How do I help?
Oh, I'm just gonna give you a new link. If
Also, that speaks to Adam so much.
what do you
How
mean?
do I help? What's happening? What can I do? Great.
Yeah, it's okay. If we go, then we'll just come back in 1 second and it won't be a big deal. Everyone's really freaking out. My computer's just.
I'm gone. I'm not even in the screen.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Guys, sorry. The meeting ended, which we all knew was going to happen. Anyways, they'll be in the chat. It's what? What do you do, Hotshot? Oh, yes, Jen, I failed. I really thought that this would work. It didn't work, but that's completely okay. So we'll just start a new meeting. Anyways, you guys, do you have any questions for me while I do this? People listening to the podcast, this is why I really recommend you watch for the full dumpster fire. And I knew that something was going to happen today because I just felt like I was ahead of the game. Jason, I really thought I was like, I really thought I was ahead of it today. I can't. This is so funny. Oh, Tasha's trying to get a spreadsheet after this episode because she's trying to sort out in her head this eating the same thing every day. Which I agree is I have no problem doing that, to be honest with you. I think I could get behind that. Okay, so Jason and Adam, you're about to be invited into a little meeting, and they will be joined, and it's going to be so amazing and lovely. Jason, how are you feeling in the chat? Like, it's only been a couple days since you've been in there, and I'm just like, we're loving this close-up. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't have time to, really... What I really should do, like, while we're waiting for everyone... Oh, my God, look at this huge close-up. You know what we should do is just put Rebecca there. Don't you think? I was not paying... Oh, my God. It's kind of artistic. It's like an 80s video or something. Don't you think? Like, I'm into it personally. Ooh. Yeah, let's just remove this. Look, we get a bit of my hair, a little bit. Oh, it's so funny to me. Dying. Everyone's loving this like rock star vibe. I really thought, guys, I could fix it. I really thought it was within my full grasp, but it was not. What can I say? We tried. My computer could not be slower, and it's very funny to me. Okay, Jason and Adam, you've officially been invited, so please come on board, and we can continue this very engaging and wonderful conversation. So now we just wait. So what are the questions you guys want to ask me? For those in listening to the pod and not watching it, I welcome those questions as well. What do you need, First of all, I guess I can fix the screen that you guys are seeing and make this a little less intense. Great. Guys, we have someone in the chat. He's waiting. Okay, it's not snowing. Jason, hello. Yes, we are back. We are back. How are you? I'm just adding you now.
I'm just shaking. I know just shimmering those Elmos. I can't even say anything anymore.
It's okay. Oh, God, Adam, welcome. Guys, wasn't that?
Thank you. That was scary.
Were you scared?
At one point, you went away and I became the host.
Oh, really?
Like, oh, shit.
Well, I was trying to re-enter under our account, but
you know what I just realized? Because Stacey and I work together a bunch, and this is 2 days in a row where, 2 days in a row we've lost contact with Stacey, but never once has it been like, Jason, you're now the host. It's went to Nigel and Adam. That's the trust.
Zoom is like, I think I get a vibe from Jay. He's not a host kind of guy.
Yeah. He turns into Garth, where he's like, hey, this is okay. Everything's
having
fine.
a good time.
Yeah.
Not.
I am dying to watch some Wayne's World. Like, I need it. Sorry, everyone's...
So,
go ahead.
We were talking about, like, comedies from our youth that still hold up.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, like, watching Ace Ventura, it's like, oh, that's pretty rough.
Yeah.
Not even like comedically, but like socially, you're like, it's aged poorly.
Yeah.
But we're like, what holds up?
Yeah.
And going around, I was like, I think Wayne's World for
100%.
sure holds up.
Wayne's World 100%. Holds up.
Oh, 100%.
Ferris Bueller holds up.
It's great.
Do you know what the connecting theme is?
What?
Directed by women. That's why.
That's true. That's true.
Penny Marshall?
Not Penny. Well, I don't know who did thing, but Penelope Sephris. I don't know how to say her last name.
That's Jason's girlfriend. He loves her.
Only because she directed a whole bunch of punk movies. I was like, yeah, this is pretty cool, and they're cool.
Okay, so unrelated, and then we'll get back into the 4 Hour Body. I tried to watch the Beastie Boys documentary last night on Netflix. And are you guys like Beastie Boy fans?
I didn't know this existed.
Okay, let me tell you. It's just them standing on a stage. It's not a documentary where they're like interviewing. It's like them like in a fringe show capacity in front of a large group of people. And they're like, so you're probably wondering, how did these 16-year-old punk kids from New York City end up as the Beastie Boys? Well, take a look at this. It's so
that sounds
lame.
like Fred Armisen's one.
It's really bad.
Hey, you kids, get out of my store. Sorry, Mr. Davidson.
They have lame jokes. They have jokes with the stage manager. It's really tough.
I love the Beastie Boys, but you could tell they were just like, even if you listen to their old stuff, they were just like fun idiot kids that were in like their garage, and they got big. Like
they got big because like DJs were playing their like prank songs in clubs.
And like that, as a kid, that anthem of "Fight for Your Right to Party," it was like I was probably like 7, and I was just like,
so I was 27.
Mom, you let me go do my thing.
It amped up all the boys to be like, I'm gonna punch something today.
And my mom's
Fighting
like,
for my right to party. We're having a slumber party, or we're playing video games all night. All night.
My mom's like, yeah, sure, do that. When they're talking about like they want to go and drink and fucking cause like go vandalize things, and I'm like, I want a soda and I want Street Fighter, and I'll fight for my right.
And she was like, okay,
yeah, go downstairs.
Have it.
Fine.
It's there for you. Just relax.
Is it all 3 of them, or is it just the 2 of them now? Like, was it filmed recently?
No, it was filmed recently, so yuck, it's not.
So it's just the 2 of them.
Yeah. It's not great, I will say. Anyways, okay,
It's No Last Dance.
It's No Last Dance, certainly. Adam, I heard that you would have opinions on The Last Dance as well.
Salary cap.
I mean, you all covered it wonderfully, but
Thanks.
It's probably not the most exciting thing. But Jason and I have an argument about the salary cap all the time. And the salary cap is like your team's only allowed to spend this amount of money, and every team has the same amount of money. So we're all playing fair, and you got to figure out how to use that money the best. And in basketball, it's like, we don't care. Spend as much as you want. Same with baseball.
To put context to it for the people that don't know, there is a salary cap, except you just have to pay like a tax if you go over it. So
yeah.
So
it doesn't make any sense.
Most teams do adhere to it because it is a really large luxury tax. But
who is the most expensive team in the NBA last year?
Was it Lakers?
Yeah, by leaps and I think so. Oh my God, this is terrible. I know that for a long time it was the Knicks, and the Knicks sucked no matter what, but they were spending exponentially more than everybody else, and they were bottom of the barrel team. But
yeah, well, I just think
it's New York. New York's run by the worst, like it has the worst front office in probably any sport.
Okay, we can't transition into arguing about the front office. We have to get back to the 4-hour body because we were talking yesterday that we've hit our emergency weight, so we need help in this. Okay, so let's get back to this. Okay, yeah.
Big thing for me was being able to stick to something, right? Because I grew up single mom, never cooked. So I was like, I just had to figure out food as a kid.
Right.
And no one taught me about nutrition or anything till
I'm in this tent with Adam now. I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
You're here?
Yeah, I was making, I mean, we just had frozen Costco stuff. It was like microwave it, go.
Totally.
We had big muffins and Jamaican patties. That was our.
I'd have like 8 slices of bread for dinner and be like, I toast it, put a little cream cheese or something. Like, this is great.
Yeah.
And also, we grew up in the age of 0 fat. Like, remember Snackwell's cookies?
Sure. I don't remember Snackwell's, but everything was 0 fat.
Yeah.
Everything was low fat. And so that fucked all of us up because it was low fat, high sugar, high carb.
Mm-hmm.
And so all of our youth was eating this, what we thought was healthy food was actually terrible for us.
Right. So
although
much
you're
sugar.
Still a Diet Coke guy, are you not?
When I drink alcohol.
Right.
Yeah. Anyway, this diet, here's what I eat every single day, pretty much.
Here we go.
So morning, my lentil mix, right? Mm-hmm. Lentil, what I just found, which is great, is cauliflower rice.
Oh, it's the best.
Add some more into that. It's the best. So after that, then I usually have a workout or something. Mm-hmm. Then I have a protein shake, which is just scoops of protein. There's 2 kinds of protein shakes, really. And again, someone who's smarter than me about all this will correct me. But it's basically like
they're not going to be on this pod. You're the expert to us.
On top of it, anything we've ever said has been tangentially wrong.
Yes.
So
I guess I should just say allegedly.
Allegedly.
Thank you.
So there's the weight gainer protein where it's like, oh, if you're trying to put on like bodybuilder, it's like one scoop is like your full day of calories. You don't want that.
Oh,
Like in Mean Girls.
yeah.
Yes, a calcium bar. You want the one that's like no sugar, low carb, and it's just a bunch of protein. So you just have that, got some water. Then I will have some sort of small omelet later on in the day, around 4 hours later. And then my end meal is either like a chicken and vegetables, or I'm really into like ground round. And again, loading on spinach and cauliflower rice. You put that in a pan, you can have like a big bushel of it and it'll shrink right down.
Yes.
So it's super easy to eat. So that's pretty much literally what I eat every single day. No variety in that very much.
So we're not
You got
throwing
a quick trip to the grocery store, man. Like there's no.
We're not throwing in
hanging
like a
out.
tomato, a broccoli.
See, this is the problem. Growing up, I never ate any of those things. So I am super picky. So the fact that I'm even at this place is very good. If you're able to add in vegetables, add in all the vegetables, all the meat you want.
Right.
So this thing is
All the
every
meat you
4
want?
hours. Yeah. I mean, as long as it's not deep fried.
That's okay.
So
I don't even like
every 4 hours you eat.
Now,
Right? If you feel the need to snack in between any of those, you didn't eat enough in the last meal.
that is true. I will say, like, if you're not satiated. So,
Yes.
so Audrey's asking, what's the flavor for the dinner meal? We doing garlic? What's the sort of sauce? What are we doing here?
Oh, spices are your friend.
of course.
Right? So I'm loving even general like Tabasco sauce is great.
Love.
Montreal steak spice is
Perfect.
great. You
Worcestershire.
can even get like truffle salt is really
Oh, yeah.
nice. So the spices are what you want to stay away from is creams, like cream sauces or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just hate cream
No, no,
sauces
no.
to begin. Like any sort of like Alfredo sauce. Like I'm not messing with that. I don't
know
know
which one?
her.
You know which one I've came across in like the last few years that I'm now like, oh yeah, this is great. Why did I do it before? Is a bit of fresh ginger. Put some of that on there.
Oh, hell
Ooh.
yeah. Hell yeah. Fresh
Yeah.
ginger is great. So,
So good.
the concept of the 4-hour body that you follow is that you should eat every 4 hours. And if you need to eat in between that 4 hours, then you have to like rejig your plan because you're not satiating yourself.
You probably didn't get enough of two things. One either is soluble fiber or protein.
Yeah.
What?
So those are the things that'll keep you satiated. Now, I
Is
must
this all in
say-
the 30 pages of that book?
Yeah.
Actually,
so
the book's really big. It's not a thin
Yeah,
book.
But he's saying 2 chapters. Just 2 chapters are 30 pages long.
It's a big book.
I've probably read like that much of the book.
Now, okay, so sorry, because I was panicking during the Zoom call. The author of that is something Ferris, right?
Tim Ferriss.
Tim Ferriss. So he's like a billionaire, right? Or isn't he like a massive?
Oh yeah, he's got a massive empire, and he's a little nuts.
Yeah, he's nuts.
Like,
Because doesn't he wake up at like 3 a.m. and he does like ice baths and he doesn't he do
I've
all
done
that?
ice baths.
Me too. I love them. I think they're great.
Yeah, but he's
You guys are
like
nuts.
he goes extreme. I'm not saying go extreme. I'm saying take bits and pieces that might small adjustments can have big impacts.
Well, I think the biggest takeaway
This I
there,
like.
the thing that's really difficult for me is like consistency. Because if someone's like, if I'm doing great, and then someone goes, "Hey, I just ordered this amazing pizza, and it's great. You want some?" I'm gonna be like, "Yeah,
Yes.
I do. I do
Okay.
want some."
I have
How
2
much money
points.
can I throw in? Because I'm probably going to eat at least half of it.
2 points. One,
Mm-hmm.
you can't be too hard on yourself.
That's so
Right?
nice. That's so nice.
So Stacey, let's say you have this. The trick is right. You have this pizza, right?
Yes.
Great, no problem.
No problem.
This is like you're on a road trip,
Okay.
right? And you got off on the wrong exit. It doesn't mean you abandon the whole trip. You're just like, okay, cool. I got off on the wrong exit. It'll probably take an extra half hour, but I got to get back on and get back on my path.
That's so nice.
Buddy, I'm on the longest trip and I'm not even halfway there.
Well, Jason's no
Jay left when he was 12.
Oh,
He's still
yeah.
waiting.
broken leg from 1988, hobbling around, his body's adjusting.
There's pictures of me on telephone poles or like missing boy.
May have put on weight.
Yeah, he's not even on a milk
This is what
carton.
you think he looks like when we put him in the computer. Blue.
No, yeah, he's not even on like he's not even on like milk containers. He's on like full margarine tubs.
You only find them at Costco products?
We've lost one of our own. Where's our Costco boy?
They've just built a statue out of those Costco muffins, and they're like, "Have you seen this boy?"
Oh my
I love
god.
this road trip analogy though, because I love road trips, and now this tent is like it's on the top of my station wagon. We're going.
No, but
Because I think people,
go ahead.
yeah, they feel like I had pizza last night, so what's the point?
I do
Like,
all the time.
Yeah. So the second thing is, just like for me, like I hate, like I'm also a writer. I hate writing,
Yes.
but I love having had written. So it's the idea of like, just like going to the gym, it's any habit. Like once you get into it, I think you get a weird sense of pleasure of like, I accomplished that today. Like that felt really
100%.
good. But here's one way mentally to get around this, because every diet fails because people binge.
This
Something
all sounds
happens.
like discipline, so I'm like my ears are like ready to go for this next piece of
Yeah,
it.
Jay,
Yeah.
you're great at discipline. Like you
I'm
sell yourself
terrible at
short.
discipline.
But no, you can do it. You're
This
just
is
also
nice.
such a good friend that if I'm like, Jay, fuck your diet, you're like, okay.
Okay.
Well, I love him. My God, he's my best friend.
So the whatever day you like,
Mhm.
you get to decide one day where literally you do whatever you want.
Wow.
Absolutely whatever. So
It's like
during
Vegas
the week,
every
you
Friday.
can keep a list, and you can be like, if you see something in the grocery store and you're like, I fucking want that deep and delicious cake, you just put it on the list and be like, Saturday, I'm gonna have a deep and delicious cake.
Wow.
And you create this list. And what this does is
man.
it, one, keeps you on your path, and two, it does something to your body. Because when you're restricting calories and you're restricting certain things, your body adapts. And so your body's like, oh, Stacy's not putting all of this extra stuff in me anymore. I'm going to slow down, and I'm going to stop burning calories as fast as I used to.
Right.
Then on one day a week, you fucking go nuts, and your body's like, holy shit, Stacy, what are you doing? I got to start burning again and go crazy.
Right.
And so
See?
it builds, your metabolism goes crazy, and it keeps your body confused and saying, oh shit, maybe I should just keep burning, because you never know when
So then
Stacy's
why
going
isn't
to
my
add all the shit to
metabolism
me.
the best? Because every day for me is a go nuts day.
I think your metabolism died 10 years ago.
Probably.
The thing
I
is-
should have a eulogy. You should have a full funeral for my metabolism.
Jason's trying to be a jackass during this, but
Oh,
he's.
have you been on this podcast before?
But this is your favorite topic. This is actually really
I
useful.
love it. It doesn't mean I'm not going to be a look. And everything that I'm saying is completely honest. I fail at this through discipline.
Can you
and I
stop
fail at this
leaning
because
forward so much to make your point?
into the mic. What's that?
You're going to be upset by that angle. You're going to be upset by that
I don't
angle.
care. I don't even care. I deserve this.
No, but I really like this because the thing about it is making that list. You're probably not going to crave that thing on Saturday, most likely.
Well, I'm sorry, Stacey, because you're totally right. And just something I'll add on to it is the other thing it does is that on Sunday, you're like, it's like you have a food hangover.
Yeah.
And you're like, I can't wait to get back to eating healthy.
Right. Or you're like, I need a
Whoa.
workout or I need this or.
Yeah. So you get satiated, but then it encourages you naturally because you're like,
Right.
I got so drunk. I ate like a pizza. I had cereal. I had everything I wanted. And you're like, you feel like I gave myself a treat, but then the next day you're like, oh, I'm ready to, I don't want to do that again.
So
Yeah.
do you ever get to the point though when like Friday or Saturday rolls around, your cheat day, and you're like, you still, because I know from like, you have like a crazy drinking night and you're like, I don't want to do that again. And then the next weekend rolls around, you're like, I'm still like cool with not drinking tonight, which I don't remember that ever happening. But like, does that ever happen to you with food where you're like, you walk by a cheat day?
No, hell no. Who literally survives a week and doesn't want a freaking cheeseburger or a piece of pizza? He eats so clean. Your body
don't
needs to get
pass
a bit
by-
nasty.
And
by
I'm
a
not
noon
saying a piece of pizza and a cheeseburger.
No,
I'm saying eat the pizza.
The pizza.
The whole pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Have all of the beer, have everything.
See, this sounds like crap to me, but then like I see Adam calling my friend and go, well, it works. Sample of one,
No,
but it works.
I'm no picture of health. This is just something that helps me because I'm such a picky eater. And with our schedules, it's hard to eat.
You're
you know.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and I'm Danny DeVito if this is twins. So like it holds up.
I will say that like knowing you as long as I have, like, I've never really thought of you as someone who fluctuated, but did you find that when you were doing this that you saw results? Like, what were the results that you found besides like mental clarity or like being on a routine, or which is so the thing you should be searching for, I think. But were you like, oh, in that?
Yeah, I think just like generally feeling better, because I'm also like an oddly shaped boy.
What?
That I'm like,
You're getting mistaken for Adam Levine when you walk down a New York City street.
Yeah, give me a break. I'm getting fucking Rebecca from 90 Day Fiance. Will they, won't they? Give me a break.
but like, I'm not doing this to lose a bunch of weight, because I'm also trying to like actually gain weight.
Yes.
By like trying to lift weights and all this bullshit. But so
no, but I think that's great.
I'm laughing at when I remember when this started, and the comparison you were looking at was Ryan Gosling, because you're like, look at Breaker High, and then all of a sudden that guy got like buff.
100%.
But buff not in like a big Arnold Schwarzenegger way, just buff in like a Taylor Kitsch and Waco sort of way.
And I quickly found out that that's not going to happen.
It can happen, Adam, but like I think that like I can't imagine. Like, you don't think it's possible for you to get that built? I think you would have to eat so much that you would be unhappy.
I don't think it's what I want to do. Like, I think that was like, oh, I want to do that. And then I found out what it takes. It's like when Kumail came out with that superhero pose, and it was like, this is what had to happen to get me here.
Oh, yeah.
It fucking sucks.
They can't be
and
happy.
It's like, oh, I don't think I'm going to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, like
that guy's going to be a superhero, though, for sure.
But here's what I'll point out that I think is really interesting when people are doing this, because like I know we're talking about like dieting, we're all going ha ha he he, but the thing about it that I think is really interesting is you don't want to, like, you have the power to change how you feel. So if you're waking up every day and feeling like shit, or you don't like your body, and I'm guilty of doing that all the time. I'm like, I'm writing emails to myself on my website, I'm doing all those things, but like feeling bad about myself, but I can change that. And if I work out like 2 days in a row, I feel like a supermodel. So I think that's really interesting, but also, like I think that you've done that. You were like, I don't want to feel bad anymore.
Yeah. There's no right way to do any of this. I think it is just like what feels good for you. And for me, I was eating so shit because I didn't understand that I would be like, why am I so tired all the time? Why am I like this? Mm-hmm. And so finding something that works, like the idea of getting vegetables even in my day was a game changer for 10 years ago. But yeah, feeling good is the goal.
Now, do you feel really this? And this is the thing about Kumail too. Like, he did that big circuit, like promoting his movie, and he was all jacked, and everyone on like late night was trying to get him to like eat pizza or be bad. Mm-hmm. And do you find, and I know that we rip you, but like, or Jason does, but like now that you are like a clean eater and you have this like discipline and you're on this regime, do you find that the hardest thing, because it is for me, is to like deal with like those societal pressures? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like people being like, just eat this, just drink this, come on, Yeah, I'm lucky that it doesn't really faze me that much. Right.
But Jason and I had a show years ago where we would have to chug a beer off the top of that show. Mm-hmm. And I remember when I was really starting this, I would go up to the bartender at Comedy Bar and be like, can I buy a beer? I'm going to pour it into a glass, give it to someone. Can you wash this thing and just fill it with water? And so I would chug a beer bottle full of water.
Well, you have to. I think that's commitment. Yeah, I don't know I think that's the thing for many people. I won't speak for everyone, but that for me would be the societal pressure where like I would break. So I feel like now that everyone's in quarantine, if you are feeling like shit, this might be the time to like change your regime, because there's no societal pressure.
I think this is like ignited fires for a few people, because you see like everybody doing their workout routine. There's so many personal trainers with different apps and online now. They're just like, do it at home, and everybody's doing it.
And that's the thing, Stace. It's like if the three of us were out right now at a bar, and it's like, mm-hmm. Oh my God, wouldn't it be so fucking fun to have a drink and do this thing? It's like, yes. I think do that. Like, this isn't about like sticking to this 100%. I think this is just some helpful guidelines that you're like, oh, that might help. But I would never want to ruin a potential fun night with friends or family because you're sticking to this thing that's so rigid.
Well, I think one of the people were saying
it.
on the chat when you were off, Adam, was that they were going to try to start a spreadsheet, but it seems like to me like that spreadsheet would be pretty basic because you eat the same thing every day. So it's like your grocery list is just like all these beans, the spinach or whatever. You do that for breakfast, then you do for lunch. Like it sounds like this is, if you wanted to follow it and you were disciplined, this would be very simple to follow.
So is this like, are you a no carb guy? So it's no carbs.
No, because beans have carbs.
Sorry,
so
I mean, like,
bananas.
Yeah. See, I would never eat a banana. Like, don't eat fruit. This guy, like, I'm lucky because I don't care about fruit at all, but I don't have any fruit in my day.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
I guess I don't really either. I've only started to because I have a son, and it's like I buy him a bunch of fruit, and you're like, well, I'll have this banana, no problem.
So you don't do bread, obviously.
On a cheat day, I definitely would do a ton of bread.
Totally. Like a cereal or whatever.
Oh, cereal is my jam.
Cheat day is your high school. It's your high school days.
Yeah, but mixed with like the freedom of college days, where you're like you're having high school food, but then you're also like, I'm gonna drink 10 beers. You're like,
okay.
Yeah.
I'm fighting for my right to live and
I
balance.
want a soda.
Hey, Mom, I found moderation.
Yeah, fine. I'm busy.
I think also like a huge thing, and this is what I do, and I certainly can't be alone on it, but it is like if I'm like, okay, I can never just do something half-assed. In the sense of like, I'm never just going to be like, hey, I'm going to try and work out 4 times or 3 times a week. You know, like I'm going to work out every day. And if I don't work out one of those days, then I'm a loser. I'm going to do a full like emotional roll down a hill, like the Costco dirt muffin that I am. And then I'm going to like feel terrible that I've set this unrealistic standard instead of finding moderation. I mean, you do work out every day. But like building up to that, I don't even give myself that grace, you know? It's hard.
Yeah, you gotta be easy on yourself, right?
No.
Yeah.
I know I'm no love expert, but like the self-care and self-love is like, yeah, especially at the beginning, like really go easy on yourself. But for me, I think I'm like you, Stace, where it's like, if I'm gonna do something, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And I like to just think like nothing changes if nothing changes. And if you want to
Adam
do something
correct.
No, Adam has come correct. Nothing changes if nothing changes is so freaking true. And again, it's like, you know, but it is a mental game. I think it's more mental than anything else. Cause I feel like, I fluctuate in my weight certainly. And there have been times where I'm in super great shape and then I'm still not happy because I haven't like been kind to myself, like just been restrictive. And it's like, you can't, you know?
Yeah.
And so your voice needs to change as well as your body, I think.
We've had somebody on this from the beginning of our days 7 weeks ago. Snake King has been with us forever. And the name Snake King is crazy in a good way. Someone named Snake King says, you know what? Sometimes even just going for a 45-minute walk in place of a workout is better than nothing.
100%.
That's Snake King's impression of Bob Ross, and I love it.
Don't let the perfect workout get in the way of any workout.
Adam.
Whoa.
You have come so correct. I can't with it today. Nothing changes if nothing changes. And it's so true. Move your body. We all have to move our bodies. I feel so inspired, but it's like, I did a workout this week where I just didn't want to work out. You know, when you don't want to work out so bad that when you're like, and I was on my bike and I could have cried. Like I just was no. I hate being here. I don't want to do this. And then the instructor was like, do it for yourself. And I was like, who cares? I just was like, any inspiration. I was like, no. But I felt better after the work. Like I was like, you know, but I barely burned any calories. I mean, I really gave nothing. I couldn't do it, but I stayed. So I was like, that is the victory.
That's half the battle, man. You can even have a goal like when gyms open or whatever. It's like, just go to the gym and just like walk around. Like the act of getting there, getting in the zone of like, I'm just going and I'm going to spend 20 minutes and just, you know, whatever it is, get to know things. I was working out yesterday with your podcast on, like with streaming you guys with Nigel. And I kept having to stop because I would laugh. And so I'd be doing something, I'd be like, this isn't safe because I'm starting to giggle as I'm trying to lift
And
things.
just like, hee hee. But you're
Yeah.
so true. Like that, I mean, you are giving like really like huge words of wisdom here, because I feel like the idea of like cleaning up your diet or getting healthier or making yourself feel better, is often filled with just so much negativity because it just seems insurmountable because you're already in a
Yeah,
routine.
and I mean, like one thing a week. Like there's no rush, right? There's no end game.
Yeah.
So if it's like, for example, like if you drink, you on the weekends, you like to have some rum and cokes. It's like just change it for a vodka soda, like just small changes like that. And
I
you're like,
hate
hey,
vodka
that was
sodas. Is that what you do now? Is that what you do? Are you a vodka soda guy now?
I drink. Oh, on the weekend, like I love alcohol a lot. It's my big problem.
Well, you love cocktails.
I love cocktails, but I love beer.
Me
I
too.
love
I
wine.
love beer.
It's a lot. But some other things, real quick tips, real
Please.
easy stuff. Okay, quick tips. If you can, eat within 30 minutes of waking up.
Yes.
Because your body is like, oh shit, we're starting the day. I'm going to start burning. I'm going to start using what I got. Other things. If you like a protein shake, that's a great way to start, but a whole bunch of ice, or have a glass of ice water first thing in the morning. Because as soon as you tell your body, it's the same reason you do ice baths. When your body gets in a bunch of ice cold water, like a big 8-ounce glass, your body's like, oh shit, you're going to die because you're freezing. I need to burn off. It's all like caveman brain stuff.
Whoa.
It's like, you're freezing.
The trick is tricking your body that you're going to die. Like I'll wake up and just put a knife to my throat and be like, lose weight. Lose my belly.
Lose my belly.
That's all exercise is. It's like, hey body, I have to do this every day. So you better change and make me stronger,
right,
or I'll die. So ice water is really good. Cinnamon.
Love cinnamon.
Cinnamon's a great thing to add. Stacey, how do you take your coffee?
I was about to say, you drink coffee though too, Adam. And you were like, don't drink anything. They're all extra calories.
You're right.
Coffee is barely any It's like 10 calories.
Not when you put a bunch of cream in it like I do.
I do almond milk and cinnamon.
Cinnamon, perfect. Cinnamon's great in coffee. I do a heavy cream. I used to have milk.
No.
Yeah.
Heavy cream has a low glycemic index and it satiates you.
You said words. I'm going to use it. Those are big words. I don't know what they mean. I'm using that for sure every day. And I'm going to tell people. Look it up.
Heavy cream, 18% cream in my coffee.
Adam!
Yeah.
Whoa.
If you're a milk person, get rid of milk. Don't have milk in your coffee.
No.
Heavy cream is where it's at.
I'm an almond milk. I ditched dairy a long time ago. I mean,
No, you didn't. And I'll say that because I literally have seen you eat pizza within the last week, and there's dairy in pizza.
No, but I'll have cheese. But I usually don't have cheese in my house because I'll eat the whole thing, and then my skin is bad, and I feel terrible.
I do all the time.
And my butt gets
Is that
upset.
what this is? Because is this cheese face?
Your rosacea?
Yeah.
It's probably dairy and sugar.
I do a lot of that.
Yeah. Get an ice roller. Do you ice roll, Adam? Get an.
I have an ice vest.
What?
I've seen it. He looks like Keanu Reeves in like what's that? Was in Speed. It's basically like one of those vests.
Like a bulletproof vest.
It looks like a bulletproof vest.
What? So
okay,
what do you do?
This may be getting too deep. This is not for everyone.
Oh, I got a shovel. Let's just go a couple more inches down. What's going on with
I'll say this road trip that the three of us are on, and we've taken a little detour and built a tent. I'm staying in this. I love it. I don't know how I'm ever going to make it to the end.
So other quick tips, don't get to the ice vest. Probiotics. Make sure you get probiotics in you if you're not eating enough fermented foods. There's a link from your brain directly to your gut. And for things like mood, but also feeling satiated, probiotics huge.
Which ones do you like?
Oh, honestly, I don't know. Like that's the thing with vitamins. I used to get so into supplements.
Yeah.
There was a year where I think I calculated that I spent $5,000 on supplements.
Wow.
Vitamins, protein, like vitamins where I'm like, I don't know if this is working. I've been trusting it's working, but
Is this when I lived with you? Because you used to have like
I still take 3 things a day a multi, a B, and a probiotic.
I feel like that's totally doable. And where do you get your probiotic? Just like the Shoppers?
Yeah, Shoppers. Yep. You
I
can
do
check
multi
it
and
at the
fish oil.
Oh, a fish oil is really great, apparently.
I get enough fat from my like peanut butter and all that kind of stuff, but if you don't, like, fish oil is great.
Okay, sorry, we're cutting you off. What are your tips? Oh, is that the tip?
Just probiotic was good. The ice water is really good. If you can handle an ice bath, it's amazing, but it's
really nice.
Not for everyone.
We do have a bunch of people asking, because it's come up a couple times in the chat. Do you ever do apple cider vinegar?
Which I love. By it. I swear by apple cider vinegar.
I don't, but I don't know enough about it. But
I find that apple cider vinegar.
Turned off.
Oh, you did?
I used to drink a lot of lemon water for your digestion and everything, and I didn't understand you're supposed to dilute apple cider vinegar.
Yes.
And I had a like massive glass of it mixed with lemon water, and I downed it, and it was like,
oh my God.
Oh no. And I instantly could feel my stomach like being torn apart by the acidity of it. So I got turned off.
Apple cider vinegar is, I really love it. I think it's amazing for your skin. You have to be super, super careful with it. You have to dilute it a whole bunch. A friend of mine, I've had friends who don't dilute it enough and they like burn their face. But it's like literally 90% water, 10% apple cider vinegar. Jason, you should try that as a toner. It'd be great for your face. It also just balances.
Yeah, I've done it before when we were on main stage because you recommended it then.
Did it help?
I don't remember the results.
Right.
I was probably
But they say that it balances the pH in your body. So like also like if you have sugar cravings or if you have digestive issues, which I do, doing like a shot of that in a huge glass of water will like help me digest all my food. It breaks it down.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Anyways,
Danny just popped in really quick just to let you know, fun fact, Stacy actually turned her on to apple cider vinegar. So
okay, so
Nigel's here.
Let's get into this ice fest because I'm into it.
Ice fest.
I'm into it.
Okay, so there's a thing called brown fat, and
go on.
This is it's very prevalent in children, and then you slowly start to lose it as you become an adult.
Okay.
And it's theoretically located very much around your upper back. And so the ice vest you put on, and it goes over your chest and your back, and you put it on for about half an hour, as much as you can handle.
Yeah.
And it convinces your body, again, that you're freezing. And if you want to survive, you need to activate this brown fat that will start to burn all of the negative fat in your body, because it's like, you got to burn this to survive. You're out in the Arctic right now, and you as a mammal need to survive. And so that's why ice baths or this cold therapy, you see athletes do it all the time after a workout. They'll get in those ice baths.
Oh yeah.
I thought they were doing that for muscle, like because the thing is like if you get like injuries or whatever in your muscles, the cold makes your muscles tighten, which squeezes out any of the bad blood. And then you heat it, so the fresh blood rushes back in to fix it. Isn't that the theory behind that?
Tons of benefits. One happens to be that, because also it's like why Michael Phelps is super fit.
Oh yeah.
And he eats something like 16,000 calories a day.
He'd have to.
Which is just bonkers. But he spends like 6 hours a day in the pool. And the pool is colder than your body temperature. So again, your body is thinking, oh shit, are you cold? If you're cold, I'm going to burn a bunch of shit to keep you warm.
Right.
Don't think I haven't had a Michael Phelps day without the swimming. For sure. Many times.
Smoke weed and eat 16,000 calories.
Yeah, I can't believe.
I don't need the weed. Just give me like McDonald's for dinner, pizza for lunch. You can get there quick and then drink for the night.
Okay. So wait, I have a couple questions about this vest. So have you seen results?
That's the thing. I don't know. Is it the food that I'm eating? Is it the workouts I'm doing? Like, I'm trusting. And for me, I think it is like, I don't know a good analogy for it, but it does feel like
religion.
I don't know. It just feels like it's like I love lists. So I have a list of everything that I want to accomplish in the day.
That's so great.
So this is very much me being like, well, I'm adding on to my healthy lifestyle by putting on this vest. So I don't know what it is.
Adam,
It just makes me feel like
I'm telling you this right now. I know you're creative and you're incredibly talented and you work a lot, but I'm telling you, you have an empire on your hands here, being an accountability coach.
okay, yeah.
We gotta stop bringing guests on because Stacey's just gonna tell them whatever we're talking about. You need to start an Instagram influencer.
First of all, am I wrong to tell Nigel he should do a style Instagram?
Definitely not.
Absolutely not. Thank you so much.
You don't know how many times I'm at a shop and I want to call Nigel.
I do.
Like just FaceTime and be like, what do you think of this?
Do
it.
Is
this okay?
No, Adam, I do it.
He got me into Frank and Oak.
He will. I message him now.
He's on the chat today.
He's in there.
He'll hit it up.
You should message him every time because I certainly do, and so does Jan. But you're sitting on like, because you have compassion. It's not like this Tim Ferriss guy who's like, do it or die. I don't know if he's like that, but in my mind, he's like this person who's like, there's no excuses. I'm just saying, I think that you could. I feel very inspired. I feel like it's within my grasp. I would do this ice vest, but I'm scared that my boobs will completely fall off. I don't know if it's meant for women. I feel like I would freeze my full boobs. They'd be tough.
It's just all brown fat. And
oh no. Oh no.
I wouldn't mind if a bit of the brown fat from my tits erased. It would be nice just to bring them down. So I'm not also holding them while on the Peloton, but I love everything you're saying tracks with me. I love finishing a hot shower ice cold. It's good for your hair, makes your hair thicker.
Oh.
And it makes you feel amazing.
That's supposed to be good for you for a lot of different reasons. Yeah, that's great.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So this ice vest, I
don't do it, but.
Well, I think it's, I mean, I just.
We've talked about this before. Whenever Stacey and I are like, we start to like do something that makes us feel good. We're like, wow, that was fun. And then you're done. You don't do it anymore.
Well, it's not to quote the Beastie Boys, but sabotage. Because
if you're,
go ahead.
I was gonna say, Stacey, I know the societal pressure, or whatever. People are like, oh, I can't eat fast food. You can. The cheat day, yeah, eat whatever you want. But if you're ever out and people are like, oh, we should go grab lunch, the thing to suggest is always Mexican.
Totally.
If you can take out the rice and add beans, because they always have black beans there. Beans, whatever your meat is, chicken, avocado,
so yum.
Hot sauce. It's like you got yourself a burrito bowl, and from like fucking Chipotle or whatever you want.
This is great. Yeah. And how long have you been doing this, Story?
10 years.
Wow. That book changed your life.
It gave me a clear path, and like I love directions of like, this is what you need to do. And so I love not having to think about what I'm going to eat every day. I don't have to think about
this is like, where we differ.
Shopping.
I wake up and go, what do I get to do today for food?
I think that you can be that excited by what Adam is saying.
I have been. Do you know what? He says the Mexican thing.
Jason always feels like he's in trouble if I just slightly counter. It was just the softest.
I feel like I'm in trouble all the time.
It was the softest counter. He's like, oh, no, but I did that. I did that.
Every day, that's all I make is like, I know the taco shell is not the way you're supposed to. We have these soft taco shells, but I make.
You got to get those out of there. You got to get those
tacos
out of there.
every morning, like breakfast tacos every morning.
What's the 4-hour body feel about gluten-free stuff? It's still a carb you don't need.
Yeah, it's not recommended. Like
okay.
I don't know enough about how gluten-free would affect it, but I think it is just like the starch, the carbs, the insulin spike that you're gonna have.
Yeah, that's so true. I will tell you, I found a brand new thing that I really love, which is get really high and then just watch Allison Roman cook for a really long time on YouTube. It really satiates all the things you sort of need. I was just like, whoa.
Are you a high snacker?
I really don't smoke a lot of weed, but I've started to just like at my house. No, but like, cause I can't go out. Like if I'm smoking weed, like I can't go out, and operate in the world. Yeah. So now that I'm home, I'm like, oh, I could get high. And I really am a snacker, but I find that I snack less if I have a big, water bottle beside me. Cause then I'm just grabbing for the water instead of like snacks.
Yeah.
But I also eat chocolate chips with peanut butter chips. That's my big snack.
Oh yeah. See, I would write that down and be like, I'm gonna try that on Saturday.
Adam, try it out because it's semi-sweet chocolate chips, and then you get the peanut butter chips in a bowl, and then you like shake them around, and then you can snack on them throughout the day.
That for me is like, I know this is not you, Stacey, but for me, that's like the idea that someone would have peanut butter chips in their house is a rich person thing.
Oh my God, totally. That's why I bought it. I was at the grocery store and I was like, I can have these. These are within my grasp.
She walks up to like the express lane and be like, "I'm rich, bitch," and just like holds up her peanut butter chips.
Hey, bitch, get my Lamborghini ready.
If you had peanut butter chips and like a can of frosting in the house,
oh my God,
I was like,
totally.
Who is this family?
100%.
I couldn't believe it.
I follow Christina Hendricks on Instagram, and I know, surprising for me too, I forgot, but she was like, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and then had like a K cup or like a Keurig cup kind of thing, and then put it into a machine. It was like kung kung, and it was like a Keurig like alcohol machine. It made her a margarita.
Oh, I'm into that.
I don't. Apparently there's like a Keurig style alcohol maker, and I was like, that is the epitome of rich, because a margarita is like, it takes 3 seconds to really make one.
Plus, of all the health benefits I'm taking away from today, this is the one I'm taking away from today.
What?
I've got to get myself a margarita making Keurig.
Jason, you're the worst sometimes. It's just like, it's just the opportunity. This is the thing about Jason. You've come on here, Adam, and given so many. First of all, the last episode, people were raving. The tips that you gave people, valuable.
I'm very happy.
Oh, now you coming on.
Making the world a better place.
Huh?
Making the world a better place. Jameson even
absolutely.
put out there, he thinks you and Nigel should team up and make a master influencer account.
Oh my God, totally.
Ooh.
Listen, I think that you're leaving money on the table if you don't do it. I've decided to become an influencer. Only because if you go on YouTube, so many of them have huge homes that they've bought by telling people what to buy, and they're not even telling people the truth. I'm going base level. $3 ACV is going to change your life. I want a house. And all the advice you've just given, you deserve 2 houses minimum.
This is just because we were talking about alcohol. This has got to be the last tip. I don't know where we are, but
please.
I do like alcohol, but for some reason I forget that people don't know that hard alcohol has 0 carbs and 0 sugar.
What do you mean?
So like if you're drinking a beer or wine or whatever, that has a lot of carbs and a lot of sugar.
Tons.
But if you're drinking vodka, whiskey, rum, gin, it has 0 carbs and 0 sugar. So if you mix that with like a bubbly, the whole drink is like 69 calories.
But some of these like darker ones, don't they have? There's got to be some sugar in some of these alcohols that are like the darker
clear
ones.
Clear alcohol is your best. So a gin a vodka, but a rye, which is dark, has no. If it's 40%, usually has 0 carbs, 0 sugar.
Whoa.
So again, if you're out at a bar and you're like, oh, I can't even have one drink to hang out with my friends if I'm trying to stick to this thing,
you can have 16 whiskeys. Feel good about it, man.
Yeah.
Whiskey on ice, and that's
sure.
Whiskey on ice, it's an ice bath. You're just losing weight from drinking whiskey, guys.
Help, I'm drowning, Bonnie. Help me. Help, ouch.
I'm freezing to death. I'm drowning. Oh my God.
I'm drowning.
Lose my weight.
Someone help this boy, this Costco muffin boy. Please, he's lost.
I can't breathe because of all these muffins in my throat. Help me lose weight.
Last seen on a tub of I can't believe it's not butter. Well, Adam, I'm going to put you on our little promo city and promote the full hell out of you because everyone needs to follow you everywhere. I have your socials listed, but where else can people find you?
You can, if you are an improviser, you can always check out the Backline podcast.
Oh, hell yeah.
If you are around the world and not in Canada, Working Moms season 4 goes on Netflix worldwide May 6th. So that is something coming up.
which is incredible. Adam, truly, we do not deserve you on this podcast. You are a treasure among treasures. The information you've given, I certainly feel like it's within my grasp. I feel actually inspired. No joke at all. I'm like, oh.
I'm so excited. I'm so happy.
Yeah, I really feel like I've been too hard on myself.
I'm going to pick one of the things you give, and I'm going to start it tomorrow.
Start it today.
Cheat day.
Yeah, like start it today.
Today's my cheat day.
I swear to God, Jason, I am like gonna throw you out the window.
Well, here's why it won't start tomorrow. Because tomorrow we have Casual Friday on.
Yes.
And he just put out his drink, Tom Collins for tomorrow.
Collins. And that's an easy, like, you can make it semi-healthy beverage, I believe.
Yeah, sure.
And there's going to be ways you can spice it up however you want.
And Amanda said this in the chat, and I just want to say this to you, Adam. She said it was so much incredible information that does not feel overwhelming. Do you see what I mean?
I'm so happy.
And Nigel's already reaching out, man. A life coaching duo. That's what he's putting out there.
No, first of all, that's what I was putting out there. No, I'm kidding. I wasn't at all.
Written in the chat.
Two separate umpires. Okay, Adam, thank you so much. If you're listening to this podcast, you can watch it as well at our youtube.com/theregulars. We go live weekdays, 12:30 p.m. Eastern time. Jason, is there anything else you want to say?
Yeah, guys, before you get out of here, like it, because we're hoping you do. It seems like we do in the chat.
If you had a good time, like it. It helps us out. It's very nice. Follow Adam. Watch Workin' Mom. Support him. He's absolutely incredible. And we will post the cocktail for tomorrow on our Instagram at The Regulars Podcast. And we will see you all tomorrow.
Adam.
Thanks, Adam. You're truly the best. What a gift. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.